All right. Well, welcome back to the program. In case you're just joining us, it's still your favorite business and financial program on television, Moneyline with Nancy. Joining me right now is Paul Alaje, the senior economist at SPM Professionals. Welcome, Paul. How are you today?
Beautiful. Nice.
Nice. Can you say that of what is actually happening right now?
Yeah, well, tension everywhere. People are really not sure. Election is coming. Are we sure that after election or before election there will be no violence? And during the election there will be no violence. After election there will be no violence. This, I think, is what the atmosphere or the temperature Nigeria election have had since, say, 1993. Before election, during and after election, people aren't certain of what may happen. Maybe because of the quality of politicians that we have, or the confidence the electorate or the general public has in Nigerian politics. So this has there is a lot of tension in the air. Comments by some politicians. You are not sure. Okay, is this person threatening people? Is he not threatening people? Are you sure I should keep doing my business? Are you sure I should not run to my village? If I get to my village, is it really safe there? What should I do? Will there be war? Will there be no war? So a lot of things. People aren't really certain about what will happen before and after elections.
You know, it's a very germane issue that you just brought out right now, tension. The political temperature right now is really high.
Yes.
I think it's over how many Celsius degree of Fahrenheit, and I think it behoves the political actors across all divides that they should try as much as possible to calm the temperature. What you've just said is very key. Looking at it from that perspective, because people were like, okay, should I travel to the village? I used to know those days during the election. I think it's still on now. They'll be like, oh, let's just go to the village. In case anything, it will start from city before it will get to our village. But are the villages also secured? And even when people are going to the villages, they're abandoning their businesses in town. There is an economic pause, so to speak. Tell me about your reading about what's happening or what happened so far in terms of, you know, I told my crew, let's put some kind of perspectives into the election postponement. We tried to do it on the show from Monday. They did it this morning also, because I told them, let's look at it. The election postponement has different costs to it. It does. The economic cost, the financial cost, and also what we did not take a look at, the human perspective, which I also told them, let's really analyze that, because every cost has a human face.
Yeah, it does.
Whether you like it or not. So how did you, you know, read that? Let me take your own.
Maybe we should start with education. Pupils who should be in school, and because everybody hoped the election would be last week, Saturday. Most of them had said that school will resume on Wednesday. Of course, because election is now postponed and it's alleged that federal government, I'm not sure, maybe there is public holiday tomorrow or not.
No, there is.
There is public holiday tomorrow. So there is no point resuming school on Wednesday. So many pupils, many schools are not even sure. The cost could now be the holiday they should have at the end of first term, which should now be a relatively long break. Part of that may be taken off, or the calendar may be disrupted. There are so many other activities. Someone who traveled, and according to what we saw online, how true that is, we may need to verify, you know, lives were lost. For someone who wants to go and perform a civic responsibility, God was involved in an accident, lost his life.
That's a human cost.
Many people are now saying that, oh, he's the breadwinner of the family, he's lost. The most painful thing is that the election he traveled for did not hold.
That's the human cost. That's what I actually told my team. Let's also take a look at that. What happens when the life is lost, you know? Especially on these bad Nigerian roads. That's the human cost to it.
Yes, it is human cost. And you see, you may want to recover back the financial cost, but how do you bring back the life of that person? It's gone forever. Again, some persons who would like to buy property in a different community where they work, who I like this community, but the temperature of that community during election is completely different, because political actors who are rainmakers, they are economic rainmakers. It's only when they are around you see financial prosperity around, and when they go, the rain disappears. So in such atmosphere where they come and they want to gather the cloud to themselves alone, by ensuring that people vote for them. So it's someone who is not an indigene, quote and unquote, of that environment that would have impacted economically by having real estate and so many other things within the community said, oh no, so I will have to go back to my village and stay in my village. Now the cost of convenience for that person is huge. Again, reputation cost, that it costs all of us as Nigeria, as people who cannot plan and achieve things for a particular. And if you look at it consistently since 2011, Nigeria was supposed to have election, while people, that very morning, were told that election could not hold because they gave one or two reasons for that. In 2015, we were supposed to have elections. For security reasons, it was extended by approximately 6 weeks, I think 6 weeks. 2019, we have not audited what costs 2011 postponement and what cost 2015 postponement.
And for us not to repeat it again. For us not to repeat it. Yes.
We repeated the same thing now this year. And I hope that immediately after this election, we're already preparing for 2023 elections. So that the things that might have happened, if we adopt project approach to these, what really happened?
A project management approach.
Project management approach, I beg your pardon. To this, we say, okay, what really happened? Why did we get it wrong? Logistic reasons. Who is responsible for what? Can we further partner with CBN? There are countries where everywhere is clouded and visibility to landing is 2 kilometers, and people still land, and elections still hold. Election is very, very important. Again, people who are supposed to report back to their country as at Monday, because they came to observe just presidential election.
Their visas will be extended.
They're extended. So a lot of issues. It has all manner of effect on all of us, from education to those whose job might really not be secured. Somebody who is waiting to clear, or somebody who wants to import commodities. You see, I've seen a lot of people mention figures that is what they put to it. As organization, yes, we agree partially with them, but the real cost is not monetary cost. Monetary costs are perhaps nominal cost or explicit cost. The real costs are implicit cost. The cost that you cannot really measure. How do you measure someone's life? Someone who is in the hospital.
Told me on Monday, Professor Ezenwe, that there are quantifiable and unquantifiable costs, yes, tangible and intangible costs. Because, you know, I also had this point of view, what you've just, because immediately I heard of the elections postponement. Like I said, I shared my own experience on Monday. I was awake at that time. So when I saw the tweet from INEC, I was confused. I was like, hey, what's happening? I was like trying to, you know, was it announced before, or was this some years? You know, before I could gather myself, it took a few seconds. Then what came to my mind is, if we're having another election postponement, the experience of 2011, the experience of 2015, what did we learn from there? Must we continue to do things the same way? They say it's only a mad person that continues to do something the same way and expects a different result.
Yeah, I agree with you. And maybe politicians should also be wary of election postponement, because it casts credibility doubts on some political parties. In 2011, people believe it was a particular political party that instituted it. It might not be true. In 2015, people pointed fingers at a political party. That is the party that instituted it. In 2015, even though a party is saying we don't know about it, Nigerians perhaps are also pointing fingers at a political party.
In fact, they also pointed fingers, know that it was President Jonathan that also postponed it because of security, you know. So
Nigerians, we always, or most of the time, it might not be party really, but because you really cannot control how somebody in Arkila is thinking in Sokoto State, you cannot control someone, the way somebody is thinking, say, in Hiala. You cannot control the way they think, because they don't have access to television. Some of them do. Some of them have TV. They don't even watch at the time government or INEC is speaking. For instance, somebody called from one of the states and asked if I've been out to vote. And that was around 9 a.m. And I said, well, he said he's about to go out to vote. I said, election has been cancelled. Last Saturday. Said,
from where? Where did the person call?
I don't want to mention his
No, is it a village?
It's a village.
Okay.
It's a village.
Okay.
It's embarrassing. I said, oh, really? You want to go and vote? I said,
so that person did not hear the information? He did not hear the information.
I said, there is no election. He said, oh, that he will go and confirm. He confirmed. I said, oh, really? It's true. Election is not holding again. He said, you see these people. What I was supposed to do yesterday, what I planned I would do. Now I can't even go out. I said, don't worry, Oga. There will be election next week, Saturday. Just don't worry. Everything will be fine. So out of anger and such person. Now, the biggest challenge is this. Look at the distribution, the voting pattern. From 1999 to date, you have improvements in vote. I mean, you have low voter apathy in 20, because you cannot use 99 to determine what happens. What you can use to determine what happens is the year after. You now compare with 1999. So when you compare 1999 with 2003, you have high turnout in 2003, higher turnout. By 2007, the figures were not really bad. It's still more than 50%. And it's closer to 60%. But from after 2011, the figure dropped because of postponement. People who are out will not take us serious. People who should have done business, people who felt created that day. The worst of all was 2015. Why? Because of 6 weeks postponement. How do people put confidence in electoral process? If you had planned, you had 4 years to plan, what is it that what you've not been able to do in 4 years? Are we sure that you will do it within 1 week or 6 weeks? And the postponement might even be genuine. INEC may have good reason. But this is the way people think. People will think that if you don't take us seriously, then we also don't want to take you seriously. So you can now see the result. We only hope, like I've spoken in several platforms, to encourage Nigerians. So please ignore what happened on Saturday. Come out en masse. Let's vote. It's our right. So if you don't vote, then you should not complain about what happened afterwards. And the most important thing is, I as much as I wish everybody would join one political party or the other, but something you cannot avoid is the economy. And guess what? The biggest economic decision maker are the people we vote for or we refuse to vote for.
Okay, we'll come to that in a bit, since we've